What's up, everybody? This is Passion 9. Holy crap. 2 new episodes of Attack on Titan that I gotta talk about. Episode 8 and 9, reviewing them here. First off, episode 8, some important things happened in this episode. A couple of things did. And they matter, and they're worth talking about. But I thought to myself, now this has to be, let's just sum it up here. Both episodes, freaking incredible. Sasha, freaking shot through the heart, dead, gone, that's it. We lost one of our mains, one of the scouts, she's gone. And, we got Gabby and Falco stowing away on their blimp. And it's funny because I thought this episode, I think a lot of people just, assumed, Reiner coming up out of the rubble, he's kind of a little malnourished when it comes to his armor. He's not quite the armored Titan he used to be. He's kind of got a different form going. It's like he's been sapped of his strength. He's physically just kind of and mentally just kind of drained. And it seems like it's going to be a big throwdown between these two, like round 3 of Eren and Reiner. But no, Reiner goes down. Reiner goes down, he gets one bad punch to the jaw, and he's down. And I thought to myself, shit, that's it? It's over? Well, no, not quite. He did save Galliard's life. He saved the Jaw Titan, which was what he mainly was setting out to do. And that's pretty cool. I like how, we got something out of that. Reiner was doing something good there, but it wasn't this big epic battle. Eren just leaves him there and says, it's time to escape. I'm not going to kill him here. So that's an interesting moment there. You think he would have finished him off, but he's just like, nah, I'm done. Done enough damage here. Done enough damage to Marley. Marley's just a freaking flaming mess right now, and the mayhem is there. And Gabby's not giving up. She wants that Eren blood. She wants Eren's head. And she's clutching her rifle, and she's just like, I am going after him. And together they get on that airship. They get on there. She caps this dude in the head. This rookie no-name dude. Well, he has a name, I just don't remember. But one of the recruit scouts gets popped in the head, and apparently Gabby, she is a marksman. She gets this dude in midair, and his ODM gear, she uses it to get up into the airship, which I thought was pretty cool. Thought it was a pretty neat moment where she hesitates. She's like, I could do this. I could go up there, and their door on the blimp is open. I can go up there. I can take them, take them head on. She doesn't care about her own survival at this point. She's just telling Falco, hey, you were one of the good ones, man. You hold down the fort here. I don't care anymore. I want vengeance. And we get a nice little speech from her. I like the moment where she's talking about, being in the internment zone and how ultimately what kept her fighting, even though she is oppressed, even though, the Eldian people are called devils and all this other stuff. She's like, no, I keep fighting because I want to prove to the world that Eldians are not evil, we're not all bad or whatever. Which obviously is a little naive because they are weapons of war. It's kind of a rough position they're in, but you gotta kind of admire and respect how committed she is to being what she is. So I like that moment. I like the moment of hesitation between her and Falco, and Falco trying to keep her from going. He's the more empathetic one. He's the more understanding one. He's just he doesn't want to lose, his friend. So they both end up on the airship. Gabby takes another shot, and this time it's straight through Sasha's heart. Sasha is killed. She falls down, and she doesn't get back up. And it's a sad thing, even though Twitter did kind of ruin this a bit. Because, Twitter feed, I saw that shit coming a mile away, unfortunately. But it's set up well. It's executed well. You got Mikasa and Armin just, bawling out. And it's a great little moment of tragedy there. Because it's... you just don't quite expect one of them to go down like that, And it wasn't a big plan. Gabby's just she rolls in there, boof. Just pops whoever's available, whoever's in her sights, whoever's first. And she almost gets Jean in the head, and that dude's just him and all the scouts, they just gang up on these kids, and they're just pounding away, and it's kind of messed up, but it's also yeah, just killed one of the I mean, she kind of had it coming, I guess. You know, she was popping heads all throughout the attack on Marley. So it's like, it finally, one of those bullets finally came back and met its maker. It's a neat moment of tragedy and frustration. And it's like, you know, they beat them down, but they don't kill them. They keep them as prisoners. And then in the back, we've got freaking War Chief Zeke. He's still alive. Zeke is still alive. And as it turns out, it was all part of the plan. He's a turncoat. He has turned against Marley, sold them out for his own means. And in this episode, at least, we don't really know what the hell that is, aside from getting more Titans on the Paradise side. It's kind of a shocking moment. I'm just like, damn, Zeke. Zeke, not only is he alive, but Levi actually planned that moment. He just cut him out of there. And it was staged. And it seems that Zeke has had some kind of change of heart, or at least some new plan that involves joining the Eldian forces in some capacity and leaving Marley to burn. So that's interesting. And there's still some tension between him and Levi. It's a very sort of reluctant plan. You know, Levi doesn't seem happy to have this dude on their side, but he is technically, I guess, a captive for now. He's a willing captive, and that's an interesting thing. And then most interesting of all for me in this episode was Eren, who he's just got such a mood. He's got such an attitude. With all the scouts are kind of indifferent to him at this point after the battle, because as it turns out, he did drag in the rest of the scouts. He dragged them into this conflict, into this plan. Where, you know, we get Levi kicking him to the ground, and he's like, yeah, you sent the letters, you know, you dragged us into this because you're the founding Titan, you made yourself a hostage, and you knew we would come for you, but, you know, we didn't want to do this, you know, and it was all just Eren's plan. Eren just sent out those letters to drag all the scouts into this, and I thought that was like, it was a neat moment, because there was definitely hints of that, and Eren just doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, it was in the letters, you know, everything in there. Did you not understand it? It's like, no remorse at all for what they've just been put through. And he's just savage. Eren's taken on a savage tone. I like when Levi's just like, yeah, you have that expression that reminds me of one of the shit-eating bastards from the underground city that I remember. And he's like, yeah, I never thought I'd see that in your expression. And yeah, so there's some tension going on there between Eren and the scouts. And, you know, of course they do point out that, like, yeah, Sasha wouldn't have died if, you know, you didn't drag us into this mission, if you didn't drag us into this harebrained scheme, which, you know, take it as it is. Like, maybe it was the right thing to do. Maybe, you know, he points out, like, their Navy fleet is destroyed. That'll buy us time to retaliate or do what we gotta do. But it's tense. A tense episode. I like how it's basically just reeling from, you know, the last 2 or 3 episodes before that, where it was just pure mayhem and chaos and war. Now everybody's kind of reeling from that, and you have the casualties that are left. So that's episode 8, part 1 of this video. Next up, I want to talk about part 2, which is episode 9. So until then, live for the passion.